Welcome back to SBNC Extra, where power meets purpose and legends aren't just remembered, they're reborn. Today we meet a ghost from America's performance past, resurrected with new blood in its veins. A car that once defined raw, unfiltered danger now returns as something more evolved, more intelligent but no less terrifying. The 2026 Dodge Viper is here, and it's rewriting everything we thought we knew about American supercars. For years, the Viper lived as a symbol of mechanical insanity, a beast with no driver aids, no filters, no apologies. It was brutal, uncompromising, and alive in a way few cars dared to be. And when Dodge announced its return, the world wondered, would they dare keep that soul intact in this age of hybridization and electrification? The answer is yes. And not just yes, it's louder, sharper, and faster than anyone imagined. The first thing you notice when the 2026 Viper rolls into view is how it commands attention. It's no longer just muscular, it's sculpted. The silhouette stays true to its legacy: long hood, compact cabin, wide stance, and a tail that looks ready to strike. But now, everything feels leaner, tighter, more aerodynamic. The body is carved entirely from carbon fiber reinforced composites, each panel shaped through wind tunnel testing that pushed efficiency to new extremes. The hood is impossibly long and aggressive, stretching ahead like a coiled predator. Two heat extraction vents slice through the center, glowing subtly under the right lighting. The classic double-bubble roofline returns, not as a nostalgic nod, but as a functional aerodynamic channel, redirecting air to the massive rear wing. That wing, by the way, is fully active, adjusting pitch and angle at speed to maintain perfect downforce balance. At the front, the signature Viper fangs have evolved. The headlights are now razor-thin LED projectors, their shape mimicking the slit-eyed stare of a venomous snake. Beneath them, a blacked-out air intake stretches wide, feeding cool air directly into the V10 hybrid system. The Dodge badge sits proudly, illuminated from within, breathing softly like a living heart when the car is idle. Every crease on this car has intent. Every surface looks alive. From the side, the car sits impossibly low, just 47 inches off the ground, emphasizing that pure race car posture. The wheels are forged magnesium, 21 inches at the rear, 20 in front, wrapped in Pirelli Cybergrip tires that use embedded sensors to constantly adjust traction parameters. The door handles are hidden, replaced by a gesture unlock system. Swipe your hand over the door line and it silently opens upward in a smooth, butterfly motion. It's brutal power wrapped in futuristic elegance. Walk to the rear and the story crescendos. The taillights form a continuous glowing arc, pulsing like veins of energy. The diffuser could double as sculpture: deep fins, titanium mesh, and twin central exhausts that glow orange at full throttle. The car squats on its haunches like a predator about to strike, every muscle visible, every line communicating intent. This is not a design that plays safe, it's aggression tamed just enough to exist on the road. But open the door and something remarkable happens. You don't step into a cabin, you step into a cockpit designed to fuse man and machine. The entire interior is built around the driver, and yet, unlike Vipers of old, it's not punishing, it's personal. The seats are molded carbon shells wrapped in Alcantara and leather, perfectly bolstered, with heating, cooling, and adaptive pressure mapping that learns your driving posture over time. When you sit down, it tightens gently around your ribs as if the car is taking your measure. The steering wheel is a masterpiece of restraint, a flat-top, flat-bottom design with just two haptic pads and paddle shifters crafted from machined titanium. Behind it sits a 14-inch curved display, not just digital gauges but a living interface. The entire dashboard bends around it, clean and minimal, with carbon weave patterns flowing continuously into the door panels. Ambient lighting traces the shape of the interior, glowing in deep crimson when you enter sport modes, cool blue in comfort mode, and blood red in track mode. In the center, a small rotary dial glows with the iconic Viper logo. It's not just for show, it's your connection to the car's soul. Twist it right and the 2026 Viper transforms from a grand tourer to a ballistic missile. Twist it left, and it relaxes into a serene, silent cruiser. Above it, a holographic projection rises softly, displaying track telemetry, tire temps, and even real-time G-forces in midair. It feels like you're piloting something born from the future, and yet it all feels natural, mechanical, tactile. The materials are pure Dodge bravado: carbon fiber, suede, aluminum, and just enough leather to remind you this is luxury by dominance, not indulgence. The sound system, a 22-speaker Harman quantum array, hides behind the cabin surfaces, using bone conduction to transmit bass directly through the seat structure. It's less about hearing music. More about feeling it pulse through your body, synchronized with the engine's heartbeat. Even the air vents are alive. They pivot automatically to follow your gaze, projecting a gentle airflow toward wherever your eyes linger. The car reads you through biometric sensors: heart rate, focus level, even body temperature. It adapts lighting, climate, and feedback in real time. This isn't a car you drive. It's a car that studies you, learns from you, and evolves with you. Press the start button and everything comes alive. The cabin glows softly as the V10 hybrid system awakens. First silent, then mechanical, then volcanic. A deep, guttural roar fills the air, that unmistakable Viper scream, now electrified with a futuristic edge. The 2026 model houses a 7.0-liter naturally aspirated V10 paired with dual electric motors on the front axle. Combined output? A staggering 920 horsepower and 1,050 Newton-meters of torque. This isn't just power, it's theater. The transition from electric to combustion is seamless. At low speeds, the car glides silently, the motors providing torque with ghostly smoothness. But tap the throttle and the V10 snaps awake, snarling through titanium exhausts that crackle like thunder. The hybrid system doesn't mute the soul, it amplifies it. The electric torque fills every gap in the power band, giving you instantaneous acceleration from any speed. 0 to 60? 2.1 seconds. Quarter mile? 8.9. Top speed? Just under 360 kilometers per hour. But it's not the numbers that shock you, it's how effortlessly it delivers them. There's no lag, no drama, just relentless thrust. It's violent but controlled. The car feels like it's reading your mind, turning instinct into motion with zero hesitation. The transmission is an 8-speed dual-clutch unit, lightning fast yet surprisingly smooth in daily use. Paddle response is instantaneous. Each shift lands like a precise mechanical punch. In manual mode, it blips the throttle with perfect rev matches, letting you orchestrate the sound like an instrument. The V10 note is pure venom, a metallic snarl that builds into a banshee wail past 8,000 revolutions per minute. It's not synthesized, it's real. And it's terrifying in the best possible way. The chassis underneath is an all-new carbon aluminum monocoque. Lighter, stiffer, and safer than ever before. Adaptive suspension uses magnetorheological dampers that scan the road surface 1,000 times per second, adjusting to every bump, dip, and cornering load in real time. On the highway it glides like a grand tourer. On the track, it transforms. The body hunkers down, the steering weights up, and you feel every inch of asphalt through your fingertips. Steering feedback, something most cars have long forgotten, is alive here. The front motors even help vector torque to pivot the car into corners, giving it unnatural levels of agility for something with this much power. You point, it obeys. You push, it dares you for more. The brake system, developed with Brembo, features carbon ceramic rotors the size of dinner plates, with regenerative recovery feeding back energy into the hybrid pack. The stopping power is brutal. And yet, for all its ferocity, the 2026 Viper can calm itself down. In city traffic, it runs silently in full electric mode, capable of around 60 kilometers of emission-free range. The ride softens, the noise fades, and it becomes a surprisingly civil companion. It's as if Dodge has given this beast two personalities, the venom and the wisdom. The moment you hit the open road again though, that venom returns. One squeeze of the throttle, and the horizon folds toward you like paper. Inside, the cabin remains cocooned. The sound insulation is superb, but the engine's voice is still allowed through, perfectly tuned to thrill, not fatigue. Every drive becomes an event. You can feel the engineering passion behind every decision. The way the throttle calibration blends electric and gas power seamlessly, the way the suspension reacts faster than your reflexes, the way the car seems to breathe with you through each curve. It's not just fast, it's alive. Pricing for the 2026 Dodge Viper reflects its dual nature. Exclusivity with purpose. The base model starts around $180,000. But base is almost an insult. You're still getting the full hybridized V10, the active aero, the carbon body. The next level, the Viper ACR Evolution, climbs closer to $230,000, focused on track dominance, lightweight aero kits, stickier tires, and recalibrated suspension. And for those who crave the ultimate expression of American performance, the Viper Venom X, limited to only 500 units worldwide, pushes output past 1,000 horsepower and adds a unique adaptive aero system derived from Le Mans prototypes. That one? $300,000. And worth every cent for what it represents. But even beyond the numbers, this car carries something priceless: heritage. Every 2026 Viper is hand-built in Detroit, at the Connor Avenue Assembly Plant, the birthplace of every Viper ever made. Dodge revived the facility specifically for this model, keeping the line alive, staffed by some of the same craftsmen who worked on the originals. Every badge, every stitch, every weld carries the fingerprints of people who understand what this name means. The 2026 Viper isn't trying to be a European supercar. It doesn't want to be polite or silent or tame. It's unapologetically American, loud, confident, and raw. But now it's mature, smarter, more refined. The monster that used to scare you has evolved. It no longer bites uncontrollably. It waits. It listens. And when you ask, it still strikes faster than anything else on the road. As the sun sets and the car idles quietly under fading light, you can almost hear the heartbeat under its carbon skin. This isn't nostalgia. It's resurrection. A living, breathing reminder that even in an electric age, emotion still has a place. The 2026 Dodge Viper isn't just back. It's the proof that legends don't fade, they adapt. They evolve. And if you listen closely, they still whisper the same message that's defined generations of drivers. Power isn't just about speed. It's about soul. And this one has more of it than ever.